YouTube. This is John and my brother-in-law Roberto Pavel, we call him Pavel, is we are going to kayak the Brazos River today. So we just got finished dropping off the kayak at the entry point, and now we are moving my pickup to the exit point so that when we get done with our kayaking route, we'll have a truck to throw the kayaks in, and then we will return back to the starting point because that's where Pavel's car will be. So the drive out here is wonderful. We've got a friend who lives off of Highway 337 down this really cool little road. It's like kind of like traveling back in time. There's some really old barns, and there's just some great terrain. There's one part with a big old kind of rock cliff facing, and a huge boulder has broken away and tumbled right down beside the road. I really like it out here. I actually brought my son out here just the other day because he'd never been down this road, and it's great. It's a little paved road, but very sparsely populated, and the best part of the scenery is there's a part of the road where you can see the river, and the river is moving today, by the way. It's moving pretty quick. It's been raining, and they've got at least one gate open at PK Lake of the dam. But the best thing is the mountains, and I don't know if you can see them through the window or not. Probably not very impressive on this little screen, but driving through here, at least as far as this part of Texas goes, these mountains are pretty tall, and they're really, really green, just covered in trees, and just neat to look at. So I really like this area. My wife and I used to have a house out here among these hills, and just really pretty. Actually, when I got to my friend's house, I typed in the gate code, and the gate started moving, and a little fawn jumped up from the grass that had grown up, by the gate opener, and took off running. And so that was a nice surprise to start with this morning. It is raining a little bit, and I didn't even think to check the forecast for today. Don't have an umbrella, don't have a rain jacket, and really don't have a plan. We're going to put the kayaks in the water and start paddling and let the current take us. And if it rains on us, I guess we're going to get wet, or pull off to the side and hide under some trees. That's the big plan. Anyway, I'll take some video of the trip. It's a lot of fun. If you don't have your own kayak, there is a business here locally called Rochelle's Canoe Rental. You can rent canoes and probably kayaks too from them. I will tell you, I think they're a cash-only business. I think I've gone out there once and they wouldn't take a card, and I had to drive all the way back into town to find an ATM. So, but they make it easy. You just leave your car at their place, and they'll arrange a way back. Anyway, it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to this day. My brother-in-law he's from Peru, and he has always liked outdoorsy stuff, adventure-y stuff. He was a camp director for a long time, and would lead groups of kids up the foothills of the Andes Mountains doing some rappelling and some, hiking. So I think he's going to have a good time today. I don't know if he's ever kayaked before or not, but not a whole lot to it. The kayak floats and you ride and get to enjoy nature. We brought snacks and drinks and all that, so if we don't get soaked from the rain, we're going to have a good time.
The kayak that I'll be using for this trip is an Intex Explorer K2 inflatable kayak for 2 people. I'm just using it for 1 person and our food and stuff. The water was moving fast today. We finished the entire canoe trip in about a little under 2 hours. There have been times in the past where it took me 4 hours. There's been times in the past where it took me 2.5 hours. It just kind of depends on how fast the water's moving, how aggressively you want to paddle. We did not paddle aggressively today. We did a lot of not paddling, just letting the current carry us. Didn't see another single person on the river until we got to the end and were actually getting out. Another guy was at the end point in a pickup. I'm not sure what he was doing, fishing or swimming or what, but saw lots of wildlife. I didn't get any video of turtles, egrets, fish jumping, but they're out there, and it's very relaxing. Not a whole lot of human noise until you get close to the bridge at the end where we came out. You start to hear some things. There were some people along the way that live on the river. Again, this is towards the end. The majority of our route, there's no houses. There's nothing really other than nature. But there at the end, we did go by some houses, some people hanging out on their back porch, cooking out, kids jumping on a trampoline, stuff like that. It's a lot of fun, this little trip. That's a good question. So the reason I made this video is because I really love and appreciate Mineral Wells in Palapinta County. And I think we live in this place that's kind of a hidden gem. You always hear and read about people floating down the Guadalupe River or the Frio River, and there are these places in Texas, especially in the hill country, that are kind of well known, well regarded among tourists and people that like natural stuff. And we live here along the banks of the Brazos River. It's got a famous book written about it, Goodbye to a River by John Graves, I think is the title. I might be a little bit off on that. But this river's really, really great for playing and kayaking. And obviously there are people that live in this area that play on the river and enjoy the river. But I think it's a hidden gem. And it's not just that. I think Mineral Wells is, in a general sense, kind of overlooked by people in the Metroplex who are very close. They live a couple hours away from this natural playground. We have Lake Mineral Wells State Park. We have the new state park, Palo Pinto Mountain State Park. We have Possum Kingdom Lake State Park, all within probably a 30-minute drive of the middle of downtown Mineral Wells. And so just a lot of natural beauty, a lot of things to do in Mineral Wells that I don't think are as widely known by people who aren't here, and even some people who live here that don't take advantage of these opportunities. I'm always surprised when I go kayaking. We don't ever see anybody else on the river. It's just us, which is nice. But there's a lot to see and do in this part of the country, and I don't mind it being a hidden gem. I'm just glad it's there for me to enjoy and appreciate. Plan to make videos like this of several of the things that we have up our sleeves this summer. I was driving today thinking about this is going to be a lot of fun kayaking on the river today. And last weekend we went rock climbing out at Lake Mineral Wells State Park, and had the same thought that not enough people know you can do this here. So I plan to just kind of show what you can do in and around Mineral Wells, Texas, because this is going to be my summer of adventure, and just want to show other people what's available here. So if you don't have your own kayak or somebody who will loan you one, and people who own kayaks, they're happy to loan them. It doesn't really cost them a whole lot to say, yeah, here's my kayak. But if you don't have one and you'd like to canoe or kayak down the Brazos River, there is a local company here, Rochelle's Canoe and Kayak Rental, that are easy to work with. They make it easy for you, pretty much turnkey, and I would encourage you to give them a call. Here's their website, super long website name, but it pretty well encapsulates what it is they do. So feel free to go to their website and check them out. They even give you weather forecasts, and they can plan really long trips where you, overnight down the river on your trip. So definitely something worth considering if you're going to be out in this area of the world and want something fun to do. It is a lot of fun. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. As for me, I feel a lot like this disinflated kayak. I actually came home and took a nap, even though we didn't paddle a whole lot and the current was pushing us. Still pretty good exercise, and just took a really nice rest when I got home. But now it's time to hang it up, so I will let you go. But I would encourage you to come out and enjoy Mineral Wells and the surrounding area if you ever get a chance.